should be live, Johnny.
Cool. That's it. I think we're live. Good morning, everybody. Bob, Travis, Dan, D-Mac. Are we live to everybody or are we live to just members?
Live to everybody.
Live to the whole world.
We are live to the whole world.
You guys are doing good. It's just me, old Jonathan, here. We thought we'd go live this morning. We missed you guys last week. We were sparse on videos, which rarely happens, but Baxter and I, in a crazy twist of fate, were both gone. Plus, it was spring break and it was going into Easter and all that kind of fun stuff. So, seemed like a good time for a little break. But we are back in force. Derek's behind the camera with me.
I've got a microphone, so y'all should be able to hear me all right.
Sean should be on his way.
He overslept again. Who would have thought?
Typical.
Who would have thought a 20-year-old would?
He's young.
Have issues with alarms so consistently.
Hey, we might do we might have time on this morning to do a little walk through the guitars behind me. I'm holding this D28 right now, which is pretty freaking sweet. We got a ton of good Martins in lately, and it doesn't help my lust for a new acoustic. But anyways, hello, Frederick. But yeah, man, so we just thought we'd give you guys an update what's going on in the shop. I was on a gig last week with my friend Robbie Cummings. If you hadn't checked out his stuff, go check it out. He's a great songwriter. Man, I had a strange week of gigs. Normally when I fly off to gigs, it's a ton of fun. And it still was a ton of fun, but I don't know. If you guys ever, if you do this thing, you'll know that occasionally.
Oh, Baxter's in the house.
It goes strangely.
Go get a chair, Baxter.
I was like trying to find one.
I was gonna say I can move my computer.
Your computer's more important than me.
Well, that's maybe true.
I got a chair.
Are we gonna flip flop sides?
Let's do it.
It's gonna be the first. It's a first on casino.
I don't know how I feel about
TV.
this side.
Here, I'm throwing this down. Man.
I'm here. I was like, I gotta get out of my place so I can get over. And come on real quick.
Now I can see. I can manage comments. How does it smell? That guitar smells ridiculous.
Why do Martins smell so good?
They just do.
Okay, so I was just this is
Started
just
selling.
far out. This guns blazing. No, but I was listening to NPR just on the way in just a minute ago, and the pair of Michael Jordan's shoes just sold. Do you hear about that?
Yeah.
$2 million.
$2 million.
For shoes. We think guitars are expensive.
So you're saying that his shoes are worth more than the actual Greeny Les Paul when it sold to Kurt Hammett?
Yes, and this is
Is
just
that
like,
more than David Gilmour's Strat?
No, that was 4.
That was 4 million. Okay.
But and this is just how many shoes did Michael Jordan have? This is just a pair of trainers he used in his final game with the Chicago Bulls.
So you can see
that's big history though. I mean, we love guitars.
You know how many bids came in on this? 1. Because it was $2 million. That was it.
Holy cow!
I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, when you can be that baller, it's like when I was at NAMM one year. I got to do the same thing when they're like, we got this limited edition color of Jim Dandy's Gretsch. I was like, and we only have 25 allotted for the Southeast. I said, I'll take them all. I was a baller.
$10 a piece.
I can take all those $170 guitars. Take them all. We're gonna corner the market on Jim Dandy's limited edition colors.
I'm gonna guess MJ's shoes smelled less good.
Man, I'm good looking.
You are good looking. I mean,
Can you see yourselves on Johnny's computer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right.
Could you see? So I've added some new tricks to the bag to where
Hey, Sean.
you can.
Oh,
You guys should be able to see from time
I
to
know,
time. I'll
weird.
be able to pull up websites as we're
let's go.
looking through
So
stuff.
mirroring,
So
screen
I
mirroring.
do
yeah,
see
you
that.
should have seen a little bit of my computer
No,
on there. So
So Jim, yeah, no, it's true. Jim Dandies are very cool, Todd. And then good morning to you, Mike, in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha,
My favorite Counting Crow song.
the land of lovers.
Omaha. Yeah, it's true.
My favorite Counting Crow song is none of them.
I know. Baxter hates the Counting
I
Crows.
don't hate them.
He hates them almost as much as he loves Steely
I
Dan.
can't. I can't do it. And then I do this thing where I hang out with a bunch of high school kids. It's all legal, but I teach them guitar. But I was teaching them Fluff Head from Fish. It was awesome. I poisoned them.
So you just said, hey, guys, bang on these random strings.
No, you guys
Do whatever
don't know.
you feel.
It was so
Improvise.
Then one of the girls' dad was like one of the girls says, "My dad loves fish." I'm like, "That's awesome. What your dad do is he's in the army." I'm like, "He must need some
therapy.
peace." That's why he listens to Fish. But it was happy. They all got it too. I was just
Okay.
showing how hard that song was.
We got it. We got a controversial comment saying the Gin Blossoms are better than the Counting Crows. I don't
Put that
know.
mic up a little
I
bit.
don't know if that's true.
There you go.
How about that?
I mean, the Gin Blossoms are awesome, but I love the Counting Crows.
I'm gonna go Jim Blossoms over
No.
Counting Crows. Yes,
No,
I'm with
man.
you.
I
I
mean-
mean, Counting Crows are way more successful.
Yeah, I mean, Gin Blossoms really they got the one hit.
Jealousy.
Hey, jelly. Yeah.
I mean, all Counting Crows really has is Mr. Jones.
that is a lot.
I mean, that's the only real big hit.
It's a whole. I mean, I don't know.
I was thinking a lot about the pedal video we talked about the other day too. Maybe I was wrong a little bit on some of that. I think you could have more pedals.
You can have more pedals.
Then if you're like going hard in pedals, because I was thinking it's like I was sort of having a desire for a pedal the other night.
What pedal did you want?
I want like a bass octave or something. I want to be like down low and dirty but just to see what that would feel like. And
I feel like we're gonna have Daniel Donato soon, maybe.
that's on Friday.
And I feel like you're gonna see that, and then suddenly everything you play is gonna have either an envelope filter or a
the
phaser.
phaser. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I've
no.
already seen him live. I don't want the phaser.
It's just way. It's gotta seep into you. No, I don't want the phaser.
I can't sing as high as him. He's got that Vince Gill
You haven't
voice.
joined the Daniel Donato fan club yet on Facebook, Baxter?
Is there one?
Somehow I've been pulled into a Daniel Donato Facebook group,
Really?
and I keep
Speaking
getting.
of Facebook and whatnot, have any of you seen the new 2-Rock they just dropped yesterday? At NAMM?
No.
It's pretty tight. It's a new 2-Rock classic coming out. It's the first one with the 310 speakers. That's not the Joey Landreth. That's going to be available to order. And so if you're interested in 2-Rock,
Is it on their
I
website?
don't even know if their website's funky.
So it's just called the Classic.
I forget, Deluxe Classic or something like that. It's cool.
obviously it has reverb though,
It's
right?
got tremolo and reverb in it.
Ooh.
Sort of like I think in the Landreth sort of style, but not the Landreth obviously.
But not the harmonic trim, probably, right?
Yeah, a little different. Though.
Let's see. Is it called the? Well,
I had it pulled up.
the classic reverb signature?
No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah,
You would think that their
I know that the marketing of these computers.
their
is
new
sometimes-
release at NAMM would also
That's just
coordinate
my
with something on the website.
I should show a picture. Can I show a picture of this guitar?
All right.
Can you see that guitar at all on the thing, Derek? Is that
Oh
visible?
yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the guitars coming here. I'm so excited. We're having a batch of 8.
Good lord.
They couldn't see that.
you
Hold
can
that
see-
up
That
again.
looks
Okay,
destroyed.
Dude,
Okay.
this is a wide fade 2-tone Sunburst Esquire.
Hold it
That
up
looks
again
pretty
for
cool.
him,
Let's back
Baxter.
up.
I love that we're still having a Gin Blossoms debate in the comments. And now it makes me. Today we're going to listen to nothing but the
Can
Gin
I
Blossoms.
throw out something even deeper? I'm gonna say the Connells beat them all.
Yeah.
Shh. Come on, be a Carolina boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. It's like being like, no, I like UConn. Like nobody likes UConn. It's like you gotta be UNC, Duke, or State fan if you're a Carolina boy.
Yeah. Someone asked when we're heading to NAMM.
We missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah, we forgot to do the NAMM thing.
Is that this week? Oh my god!
It's happening right now. Yeah, Don's already out there.
No, we're not. We're not going to NAMM. We just, we've had a few videos where we described our feelings.
Dude, there's so much stuff coming up right now. I'm having like mini panic attacks. Like I can't sleep. There's just too many things on my plate right now.
There's a lot of things. A lot of things happening. We are getting a lot of guitars.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of guitars.
Buy
We got a lot of
guitars.
things
If you
doing.
want to buy guitars,
We're
buy
getting-
guitars
we-
from us.
The plethora of what we're getting, it's good guitars. We're finally getting the good stuff.
We are indeed in the shop most days. If you want to catch us both in the shop, your best bet are Mondays or Wednesdays.
Yeah, like because Jonathan's around like Monday through Thursday-ish around, like
Kinda,
sort of,
yeah.
and then
And I teach some, and then
we sort of skate in and out of each other's little satellite somewhere. We're usually here together Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
That's the
sure.
place. That is it.
Riding on
But anyways.
Joe's backs
So, yeah,
to victory.
that's right.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay, what if we should have like days where we put our legs in a potato sack? You know,
Why?
like a 3-legged race mixed with
Why
a
would you
sack
do this?
race. It would just be
I'm
fun.
still just.
We'd walk around the store like that.
I'm battling the anxiety I have inside of my heart right now. There's just so much going on.
That's just doing my taxes for me. It's
Well,
like
there's taxes. There's all the guitar
the
stuff.
final
I've talked to
moment.
every manufacturer like this week. It's been a lot. And I was like, oh, we have Pine Stock coming up. We actually have to plan that. Whoops. Then I want to go see Rustin Kelly at some point. My wife's anniversary's coming up. Her birthday party's coming up. Her birthday, got to figure that out. Oy, oy.
It's a lot of things.
Just having a chance to
It's a
think
lot
of
of
those things. And then there's taxes. Got to finish that up this week.
They want to know why we switched seats because that seat was like having a weird. I sit to the left, and so my butt impression was, I need to even it out on this side. That's not true. It's just Baxter came in and it was.
I came in late,
and we switched.
I want to sit here. I want to try something different. I don't really
What if
mind
we
it.
shot videos like this for a week?
Should we do it just to mess with people?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think? Let us know. Like
Thumbs up or down?
I think we should do it just to.
Tell us in the comments.
We'll do it right after this, maybe in College Ruckus.
Todd says he was hoping to see us interview Danish Pete at NAMM. The sad hang out with the old Andertons boys at a NAMM because we started talking to each other, and now we're gonna eventually go back. So, I mean, all the guys from Twitch are out there, the Andertons guys. I love all those dudes. I love all my favorite shops from Wildwood and Sims Music. The Justin and Jerry are always there. Paul Tobias at Tobias Music. I love Paul Decker at Music Villa. I love hanging out with these dudes and just having a beer and just talking trash about guitars. But I'm hoping for next year, maybe. Okay. People are thumbs downing on us switching. In fact, they want us to switch right now. Someone wants to know how much the Les Paul over my right shoulder, the deluxe, weighs. Somewhere between 9 and 12 pounds.
No, because I had a
It's
gentleman
heavy.
back here, and he came in to visit the shop. He's a fan of the channel, so we were back here in the studio yesterday, and we were grabbing my Les Pauls. And I gave him the deluxe over my left shoulder. I meant the custom. Bring. I think it's over there.
Yep.
And that guitar is heavier.
They're both really heavy,
but they're
though.
70s Les Pauls, but they're still great. They're great, and they sound awesome. That deluxe is like that was my steadfast for years. Yeah. Oh God, what's next?
JRG is just funny. He's like, I knew it. Yeah, that's it.
It weighs a lot. It's probably a 10-pounder.
Tom Beatty, there are some new PRSs on the website. We've got a mini wave of PRSs. Purses.
I was just on the horn with the PRS folks, figuring out we got a lot of cores coming in.
Get your purse now.
Yeah, we got our purses coming in, a lot of cool core pieces, and pulling back, we have a lot of CEs and S2s showing up. I'm like, hey, we're good.
Still haven't seen an SE DJ
13 that hasn't showed up yet, and so we canceled a bunch of them. And those, I was like, I don't want the color that's not made anymore. So we should have some DGT SEs showing up and matriculating soonish, and we might even have some Roxy Pinks one day, like one.
Okay, wait a minute. We have a very important question.
Okay.
Can we say hello to little birds, Emmett and Todd? I think we should take a pause and say hello, Emmett and Todd.
Let's hold hands for a minute.
We are very glad you're here.
Little birds, Emmett and Todd.
Emmett and Todd, yes.
Todd, we love to talk with you every day. We'll sing you songs like Cat Stevens would, and we'll do it in a very happy way. Thank you.
I was going to say, I thought it was Mr. Rogers, more like Mr. Rogers.
I don't. Well, you can't see. I do love Mr. Rogers. He's my
I
inspiration.
don't know how you could not love Mr. Rogers.
I watched the movie with Tom Hanks recently, and I did not love the movie though.
Really?
It was. I get what they were doing. They were trying to be artsy, and I was like,
I don't watch crap.
I just want to. That's kind of like the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. It's like he was trying to be like a Christopher Nolan Hulk. It's like, sorry, we just want Marvel.
So,
yes.
Somebody had made the comment about standing on stage for 3 hours holding an 11-pound guitar.
Done it.
How much do you think the average bass weighs?
Well,
Let's weigh a couple basses and
well, the
see if
custom
the
shop-
bass players are the toughest.
I think they are, but
members
the
of the
custom
band.
shop when we just got it was 8.75 pounds, which shocked us. It's the shell pink one.
Which is light for a bass, for a P bass.
It was saucy. Somebody did like a big fancy blue thing.
What? Why doesn't anyone make an affordable no frills 20-watt amp? Just played a Pro Junior the other day. Would love to have a bigger version of that amp. Actually, okay. So let's talk about this. First off, yes. The Pro Junior is fantastic.
Yes.
Oftentimes when I play one, I think, man, I like this better than a Blues Junior. This depends on what I want to do, right? Like especially for me, because I'm gonna always use a pedal or two.
Because
maybe not for you.
I think the Blues Junior is great.
Blues Junior. I'm not saying the Blues Junior is not great. I just think the Pro Junior is really, really good.
I mean, I'm not as much of an amp snob as Johnny.
That's true.
I'm just kidding. I'm a total snob. I love amps. It's the problem. But no, I do. I love. It's. I mean, that's just probably pure money reasons why they're doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't believe it is funny that
We're gonna weigh some basses and see if the
I like
bass
that,
players are the manliest in the band. See how much some of these weigh.
This is the 75th anniversary. Oh, this is one of the Mexican built ones. This is actually.
We got a Mexican
I
one.
can't believe we even have this one still.
but we do.
You just hold it.
All right. I don't think you can get an accurate measurement holding them.
I mean, I can tell you right now how much it weighs.
I'm gonna say so. This one's my favorite, the American original. I'm gonna say it's probably 12 pounds.
You think it's 12 pounds?
It's pretty damn heavy.
Okay.
Like holding it in my hand right now,
I
I'm
can't
like,
think
okay,
it's 12 pounds.
pretty intense. It might be like closer to that 10-pound area, but
I mean, and how many guitars are really? People joke about Les Pauls, like the comment. We got trusting on stage
Find
3
the place
hours,
to
carrying
hang
11-pound Les Paul. I mean, how many Les Pauls are really 11 pounds?
Here, you won't hang it right off of here.
This doesn't feel that heavy to me. Hold that. I mean, maybe I'm just like, because I am all natty, so I'm pretty strong.
You're all natty. Backs, there's no doubt about that.
You're the liver
All right.
king.
Here we go.
It's heavier. Idiots.
All right. Do we, let's just hang it over here to the
Yeah.
side.
Okay. No shenanigans. It's all above board.
God bless us.
you can.
Let's see if there's a better way to do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to, what you can do is take those hanger hooks off, and it'll hold it higher, and just use the metal hook.
There we go.
Big.
I don't think anybody can see what we're doing.
No, but Derek's weighing the bass off camera.
But back to that 20-watt amp, it is. I mean, we're not going to get it from Fender now because all their prices keep going up.
I mean, I guess it depends on what is affordable, right? Because
I know, like when now I've got this. Oh, it's only $3,000. I'm like, that's not that bad. I'm like, oh.
well, what was the Dr. Z had the Z Lux that was like a deluxe, but then they made a version with no reverb that was just pretty basic.
Yuck.
But it was still like $2,000. I can't remember what that one's called.
Yeah,
It
it
was
sounds
still...
like a Dr. Z. I mean, just kidding.
Ouch!
I
Ouch!
actually like the Dr. Z's. I think Derek's the biggest
Shots
Dr.
fired.
Z fanboy.
I like Dr. Z's.
Okay.
Someone did mention that Dr. Z. Yeah, they were coming in.
9.27.
So this bass is 9.27.
Give me that one back.
Okay.
So that's heavier than almost all your guitars. So
Pretty much.
We're gonna say stop our whining.
We're gonna.
It was Todd and whoever we were just talking to a minute ago.
Is this
Whoa.
members only live stream?
Okay, so JRG says no, but seriously, the Adam Jones LP standard I bought new came in at 11 pounds and 2 ounces. That is, that is very heavy.
That's staggeringly awesome in my opinion.
What
Crush
is
it.
that?
9.16.
Oh, that
Less
was
than
way
this one?
off. I fit, no, that's
All right, dude says he did not say bass players are wimps. He just said that we should do a.
We can call bass player wimps if you want to.
I mean, you can, I guess.
It'd be fun.
No, we're not saying the bass players are wimps. We're saying bass players are the toughest.
No. He was saying he was not implying that they were
Oh,
wimps,
okay.
which I appreciate.
But I'm saying we can
No.
apply if you want to. It's just fun to do that.
All right, give me the other one.
Here you go, Squire, and then we'll grab the Les Paul.
All right.
Because so Mike loves his Magneton Starlight and his Car Raleigh, which are again simple amps, but not 20 watts, right? I don't know what the Raleigh is, but the
Raleigh's
Starlight
pretty
is
low
definitely
wattage.
not.
I just got on the list for
I think we
a
should just hold it.
lovely
Yeah.
Benson.
There you
So
go.
I'm excited about that too.
Our good friend Cindy
All right.
Mattern says, unfortunately, when you get older, weight is an issue. I mean, it's, yeah.
But Cindy, are you standing up gigging?
No, probably not.
Are you practice Cindy actually?
Derek's smiling. This one weighs a lot.
10.28.
It's okay.
I feel like maybe I
Okay.
need to reweigh these. Do you think this one's really? Well, it's a Squire,
It
so.
feels heavier.
It feels
Oh,
heavy.
yeah, this one's
All right,
definitely
bass be
heavier.
gone. Get one of those
All
Les
right.
Pauls.
So does that mean so when bass
do the
players
red
sit
one
around and
first,
talk,
that
like
is
what's their
minutes.
golden weight?
I don't think
what are
I've
they
never
like?
heard bass players talk about it.
This is definitely heavier.
You think it's heavier?
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at it, good
God.
lord.
It's all the inlays. The inlays is what makes it heavy. That's the
You're
secret.
dumb.
It's
Watch
the
the
inlays.
headstock just break off.
All right, let me reset.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not like
If you just let it go,
Boom.
bam.
I dropped one down the flight of subways.
It'd be a cautionary
There you
tale.
go.
Marcia Murray says, weight of the guitar or the player?
Right at 10, so this is less weight than the bass.
So right at 10.
What was
Well, it's heavier than those first two basses, though.
Yeah, what was a 10-pound bass?
That's
Just
that's
the Squire.
Squire.
So you got to have a Squire bass to be heavier than this Les Paul.
I'm just saying
This might be in the
that might be the heaviest of your guitars.
But where's that Strat? No, grab the Strat Ultra. That's heavy too. Or the Plus, whatever. Too.
Awful guitar. No,
Yeah,
I'm actually.
Gosh, it's beautiful. It's got nice sensors. You be quiet. Ready? Going down. Bam.
I would never.
You want to take a guess?
9.83.
9.62. So this is lighter than all the basses.
Okay.
I think it's just you expect the Strat to be lighter. And
Yeah,
then
that's
then
a heavy
it's
Strat.
that.
I'm just saying, the bass players may be playing heavier instruments.
I mean,
how
is that...
how much you think the pink BC Rich?
Listen,
This is light as a feather.
Yeah, that might
that goes without saying.
Well, because the BC Rich is awesome. It's meant for rocking.
All right, hold this back so while I
Got it. This weighs nothing.
loop up.
God, such a loop up. I was gonna make a joke there, but I'm not going to.
Hold on to it. I'm gonna
Come
reset
down a
here.
little bit.
All right.
Good. That's good.
Someone wants to hear the Grinch, too. Wayne the Grinch.
No, we don't.
Where's the Grinch? Baxter says no one cares. He hates Grinches.
7.97.
There you go. That's
What?
why real men play BC Riches.
7.97, huh? It's all those points. It makes it aerodynamic, so it fights against
What's
gravity.
the one they want to?
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
A hollow body? Who
This thing?
cares?
It's pretty heavy, actually. Yeah.
Grinches are heavy. My Falcon's heavy. I haven't weighed it, but it's heavy.
Yeah.
It is just a matter of time before we drop things.
That's okay. We're not smart.
No, it's true.
This is part of the joy of this. All right. The idiocracy is real in this place.
Johnny, is the stream? You having problems with your computer?
It's just me on the internet, probably.
You're probably on the wrong Wi-Fi.
Probably.
Let's see here.
Reload it. Get that performing arts. This shop is so big. We have 2 Wi-Fi's in it.
Okay.
Crazy.
Very good. Guitar weighing shenanigans over.
There you go.
Put you right here.
Now that we've weighed
But
everything.
my theory, I feel vindicated in my theory that bass players
Or tougher.
are tougher than guitar players.
I mean, you know.
I've never once heard a bass player complaining about how heavy their bass was.
Scott Schmidt says,
I know. I'm looking at Scott's. That's what I was just reading.
weighing everything reminds me of the 20-minute listening to RPGs go through all the stats. Level 1 plus 2 minus 3.
Leroy Jenkins.
The Golden Mage.
Going see, I'm getting I'm gonna nerd out for a minute. I'm getting excited. Diablo 4 is close to release. The beta already happened. I didn't join it because I didn't want to have any spoilers. But that's in June. I would like to be able to play that. I'm missing video games right now.
Should they put out betas of the video games for you to play?
They do betas for somebody so they can test it and see how the online aspect's going to work and what they have to fix and glitch out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they have like an open field for the diehard fans can get in there. Or they want to do the pre-orders. If you pre-order it, you can beta, so they get sales collected. It's scary how much money video games make. It's insane. It makes movies look like little jokes now. $60 a pop. I think it's like $70 for Diablo now. Like $100 for like the deluxe version, so you can have a fancy hat.
Oh, but do you get a physical game anymore, or you just download it?
Just download it.
But you get a hat.
No, I had the physical
Wizard
collector's edition for StarCraft, the StarCraft 2, and I played it on my little PC I used to have, and then my wife gave the StarCraft collector's edition away. I was actually really sad about that. I don't keep many things. I don't, but I had like the art book, had the discs, had like all the stuff, whatever. That's a source of contention with me and her. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I still have the you guys gave me a little Dune Paul Atreides figure.
Oh God, I forgot.
I think
about
from your wife, and I
stuff
kept
matters.
the box and everything. It does.
Oh, you keep in the box, and your son tries to play. Like, no, son.
And then I smack him in the head with something.
Beat him down. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott, for the comment. It spurred a lot of excitement there. We'll see you soon too.
Do you play Hell Let Loose?
Yes.
Someone said you should, but he does.
No, I do. I'm an avid
He
player.
does.
I did actually play it the other week a little bit.
That's the only reason I know what it is.
That's the one game I do play. I play Hell Let Loose, and I will play Diablo 4 or whatever when that comes out this summer, maybe a little bit. And my kids play Halo.
James White went with the middle package of Diablo 4. He's pre-ordered.
That's awesome. Bunch of nerds. I love it.
Okay, Tom Beatty wants an update on us becoming a Gibson dealer.
There's no
Burn it to the
update.
ground.
Like they're having so many internal problems right now, and my guys that are big Gibson dealers are like, hold your panties right now, but actually you don't want any part of this. Just
I mean,
look away.
is it basically they're just not getting guitars?
It's a combination of things. I think I don't
things.
want to dig into it too much here because, like, you know, somebody could be working for Gibson watching this and just hate us even worse. But no, I think there's been some QC issues still, and allocation and facilitation of the guitars, and you know, some of the issues that they've made with their sales team has been a little bit not good for the shops, I think. So there's some issues, but hopefully that will get sorted out.
Well, speaking of Gibsons, let's talk about the
prices.
the Les Paul prices.
Can you throw the old the prices up there?
They should be showing up on.
I'm switching
Switch Wi-Fi. There you go.
Wi-Fi's.
They give us a minute.
Really
We'll
quick.
reload.
I mean,
So-
we're still going, but
So now the
price has
Les
gone
Paul, no, the prices have not gone down. The prices are up almost $500.
they're I couldn't believe that when you told me, and I looked on Sweetwater.
So-
What a Les Paul. So what's a Les Paul standard right now?
So a Les Paul Standard Heritage Cherry Sunburst, $29.99 now,
Okay.
which is, I think that was like a $400 or $500 increase.
I thought it was like 26.
Well-
The Michael Landau Coma is pretty expensive. We're gonna have. I've talked to the head of production over there. We're gonna have some pieces that are gonna start inching towards $3,000.
Yeah, but I mean, the Michael Landau is, like you said, it's a custom. It's a
limited
signature model, right? Like, no one is gonna. I mean, I hate to say it, but no one's gonna just be buying. We're not gonna see a rash of people playing Michael Landau Comas
What?
on bar kits. But people do want Les Paul standards, right? They want whatever you call it, whether you call it the modern or the 61 or the 60s or the 50s.
They want the 12-pound Les Paul standard.
They want the 12 pounds. So I feel like we're right back to, because one of the things that you and I got excited about when after Gibson went bankrupt and the new CEO took over and all that stuff was they dropped prices. They said, hey, you know, these things have become unobtainium. People should be able to buy a Les Paul that's just a regular Les Paul for, you know, X amount of dollars. I feel like we're sort of right back where we started.
But honestly, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time
There's
ago.
been dramatic changes in the economy. I don't want to be a Gibson spokesperson, but
Well,
they've been the last to do that in a weird way. Don't get me wrong; they have guitars that are $50,000 and $80,000 and $25,000, but
and Fender, you know, Fender is kind of stuff climbing. Someone says Fender's QC is worse in the comments. I don't know. I mean,
the QC's been worse lately.
Yeah.
It's not been as good as it used to be. They used to be.
but you
it's not
still
as bad
think
as
it's worse?
Gibson. No.
That's what they're saying is it's worse than Gibson.
No, but some of the Mexican products in particular have had just a little bit less build quality than we hoped for, and
Yep.
so we've sort of pulled back on
Right.
a lot of the what we stock with that too. We keep the basics.
Derek, a lot of people are saying it's buffering in the comments.
Oh, it's buffering in the comments.
Yeah, which is what it's doing for me, even though I switched things. So
We refresh the page.
we might be.
Just refresh the page now.
Yeah, but it's happening for literally everyone.
No, it's just us.
It's fine. But anyways, yeah, there you go.
What is this?
Gibson, good old Gibson. Someone said, did we see that Fender has web exclusives?
Yeah, I've sort of seen a few little things like that. I think that's also like parts that they have left over that they're snapping onto. It's just like if you gotta move stuff. So they do a quick spray that's just unique and they can call it a web exclusive to help sell through. Fender's still climbing out of the hole they dug last year when they got burned by all the major resellers, Guitar Center, Sweetwater, and Thomann, when they canceled outrageous amounts of orders, and then a lot of the indies followed suit too. It could be maybe construction in town. Might be a bad. Paul Gilbert saying something.
All right. Someone wants to know what my forearm tattoo is. Wouldn't it be funny if it was just random nuts, I guess? It is actually I Won't Back Down by the late, great Tom Petty.
Thomas Petty.
So, there you go.
The Petty Tones.
But I, have had it for quite a while because I loved Tom Petty before it was cool to do so. So this person, Stephen Michael, says, if they didn't buy my Les Pauls and Fenders 20 plus years ago, I'd be stuck with budget guitars. He sucks because as a working musician, these companies don't really care for the rank and file.
I love Titan Uranus's. handle. Cause I'm like, oh, because I read it first like Titan and then Uranus. I'm like, that's cool. He's a astrological guy. And he likes Then I'm like, oh, then I get the joke. I didn't process it first, but I like it. I think it's a great handle. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, just that it was I forgot the person's name. But anyways, that if they hadn't bought their Les Pauls and Strats or Fenders 20 years ago, they'd be stuck with budget guitars now because they're a working musician.
That is true. It's guitars are expensive now. It's nuts.
I was telling somebody yesterday that I have a lot of nice guitars, but a lot of that comes from a lifetime of working in guitar stores.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just that it's. No, we're very lucky.
Yes.
We realize as far as feeding our habit and our addiction. Otherwise, it's a tough run. Yeah, we get it. We respect it.
If that had not been my lot in life, I'd be playing. I don't know what I'd be playing.
Because I think Scott Schmidt, who's out there, he actually is he's the captain on those fancy cruise ships.
Right.
Not the big ones, but the small ones, we do the private things, and so he's used to this lifestyle. But I think I saw him on it's the only one of those reality shows. What's the Under the Deck or something it's called? Or
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? Where they have they follow the cameras. I think I saw him on that. He gave up his cabin to one of the complaining guests because she didn't have her own room. She didn't want to share a room. And Scott was nice enough to be like, hey, you can take my cabin. He wasn't very happy about it because he's on this boat for 2 weeks, but he was sleeping in the whatever it's called. They made him some old place down near the engine, I think.
Here's an interesting comment from Ned's Donut Shop.
That's cool.
Which Ned always has interesting comments. So, anyways, I don't think the guitars became too expensive. Everyone is just still making salaries like it's $19.99. Thoughts?
There is some truth to that, I think, in a lot of the industries out there too. It's
I mean, listen, I'm still making $100 a night for cover gigs. I think that's great and fair.
I mean, it is tricky, Derek and I were having a conversation about it, with Chipotle, because I had such a horrible experience at Chipotle because their service is so bad, and we got a new Target coming in, and he's like, no one's going to want to work service anymore because they pay the same or less than Target, and Target's an easier job, it's more fun.
You wear red shirt
all day, every day. NC State fans,
yeah,
or Arkansas.
But I mean,
Go
I think
Pigs.
that is literally. I mean, we were talking about my airport experience this last week. It seems to be everywhere. There's no one. There's not enough people to do the jobs. The people there seem disgruntled, and it's just.
I know.
It's becoming an issue.
Well, things are just costing more. It's crazy too. It's just, I mean, you can look at it's the same as colleges. College is just outrageous now, and everything's just getting sort of. Hopefully, the guitar company can stay somewhat sane-ish, but it's starting to get a little crazy sometimes. What else you got there?
Just people commenting amongst themselves.
I like that. It's better.
About the things that we're commenting about, which is some good points. Some good points in the comments, going back and forth. Any plans to add more amp lines to Casino? I don't know if there's plans for that, but we are going deeper and having some fun things coming in the current amp lines.
We have some special stuff coming with Magnetone right now, so stay tuned. Some limited edition only to Casino guitars. We only have, I think, 10 pieces total that are available, so just if you want one, just let us know. Nothing's on the website right now. It's still in prototyping. They're other traditional amps, but they're going to look like nothing you've seen before. Nothing.
Yep. So pretty cool.
You can thank the fearless guy behind the cameras for finding some of the beautifulness that's going to be on there.
That is true. Someone is saying that the Larry Carlton Sire guitars are pretty fantastic. They've had multiple comments to that. So, I don't know. Or their Sire is the name, right? The brand name Sire by Larry Carlton. I'm not really... Well, we've had one come through the shop that I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good guitars.
Yeah. So
the amps I would love to have Steve Carr's amps.
Yes.
I love Benson amps, but I think he's getting out of the game.
I think that's what we heard, right?
That's what I've heard. But I am on the wait list for one myself. I'm buying one myself. I still buy things just like everyone else does in this guitar game. It's one of my dear friends out west had an extra spot on the wait list that he'd been waiting for 2-3 years, and it just came up. And I think we're getting some fancy wrapped Monarch reverbs. Yeah, which I'm super psyched about because it's a small,
kind of
little amp with reverb and wrapped in some weird, some plaid fabric or something.
But car would be cool. Have we ever played a Shaw amp? I actually really like Shaw amps. In fact, when I got to play the Ryman, the back line was Kevin Shaw, like Little Princeton.
Really? That's awesome.
Shaw amps are fantastic. So those are cool.
No, but we're probably just going deeper with the amps we have now, though.
That's probably
it's a little bit. We're just having some fun with that. What string
I
bands?
did. Speaking of amps we have right now, I finally played that Amplified Nation Dirty Wonderland. I really enjoyed it.
You enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it.
I didn't. It didn't take to me at first. So I need to maybe. I only played it really once. So
I can see why it does not strike me as your thing.
Why would you say that? I'm just curious.
It's dark.
It is dark.
It's dark.
I mean, that's what it is.
And you like bright, seems to me.
I like a little more shimmer in there.
There was a fascinating...
I love bass, but I don't like dark.
That's true. Fascinating Uncle Larry episode the other day about certain players' hands are brighter than other players. That, like, literally it's just your touch in your hands.
That's funny.
I never really thought much about it. But you will play an amp that I think sounds fantastic, and then I play it and I'm like, my God, this is bright. So maybe there is something to that, you know?
Well, yeah,
and maybe it's play style. Just touch.
Just the attack you do, too,
yeah.
I think. Yeah, so that you definitely have a much more manly attack than I do.
Someone's, I think, likened it to ham hocks. He's beating the guitar with hams, which was a compliment.
The raping of the strings too. Like you just have this ability. Just you're like the Spartans. You just go "Arr." And like, I'm like the
no room for
I'm like the little fairies in like Narnia. That's just
dance around.
Just hello, I'm here to say hello. Thank you. Look nice today, by the way.
So you know,
my free T-shirt.
What is that?
This is a NAMM 2020.
What is that? Is that Elixir?
It's an Elixir T-shirt.
Oh Lord!
I have that same T-shirt. Yeah, because they were just giving them out.
It's good quality.
It is.
Yeah, it's
I have a Pro Tools T-shirt they gave out at NAMM 2020. That's like one of my favorites. It's so soft and like buttery.
I found the card too for the guy that made the cool shirt for us, that proto shirt. So I'm gonna reach out to him. He's like some military dude too, so I want to see what we can do business with him. I'm excited about that. And we use Elixir strings a lot. I still like Fender strings. Diodario makes some of the best strings. PRS strings aren't bad either. Those are pretty good strings too. They have a special wrap. But no, mainly Elixir is what I use for almost all my guitars now, for electric and acoustic. So I saw it pop up in the comments earlier.
So here's a great question. Do we think the Gibson price increases have anything to do with Sweetwater type financing? The buy now, pay more mentality may be part of the problem. I have thoughts about this, but
sort of like how college has gone up so crazy amounts over the last 10 years. We talked about that.
You said
funny.
Really? Yeah, that came up for a minute.
That just inflates the price.
Well, I also think just too, I think what you talked about earlier when they dropped the Gibson prices when they did the rebrand launch, they've sort of had to recorrect it now to get back.
Yeah.
They were taking it a bit on the chin, and just to build the brand back, and now we're kind of back to where they were.
So I'm not sure that has anything to do with the Gibson price increase, but I think in general, gear has become this thing where you can do 48 months financing sometimes, which is insane for a guitar, kind of. But so I even think about it like, I get it right now, and I pay X amount a month, awesome. And it does cause people to buy these things that they probably would never drop, $9,000 at one time on maybe.
Wait, yeah, 9,000. It is insane. We've reached a point where we just do that more regularly, and it's like we're all victim of it too. Like not victim, we do it because we love the stuff, and I love that's sort of my joy.
And there is a good thing, is if you're responsible about it. I mean, there is a cool thing about being able to have a guitar like that would maybe be 1,000% unobtainable otherwise.
Right. And I know guys that do the financing too. Just they could afford to pay it right now, but they just want to stretch it out because they'd rather have their money working for them.
That's right, and that's nothing in the world wrong with that.
And that makes sense.
I've bought things that way on Sweetwater. I just think, oh well.
Yep.
As long as you're not paying interest, cool, right?
A lot of people buy them so they can hide them from their spouses.
I would do that so I'd have extra money to go to Freddy's or Five Guys because that's an expensive burger joints and good.
Is Freddy's as expensive as Five Guys?
Not quite, but once you get the custards and stuff, you're past.
Well, yeah.
That's where they trick you because you don't get desserts as much at Five Guys.
It's added value added at Baxter.
Well, that's that fast food guy I've watched. I've talked about before, but the guy who used to work at Five Guys, he was asking, he's like, why we spill all the fries in the bag? And his manager's like, because we're charging so much for the burger, this gives the customer the implied feeling that they're getting a good value.
Yep.
So we do the overspillers. I'm like, oh. Damn it.
William Robinson says, unless you're supporting yourself as a musician or independently wealthy, it is silly to get 48-month financing for a guitar. I think that's probably true for lots of folks.
I would like to shoot for like 12-month is like, just so I can get it off my docket. It makes me nervous having a high load of bills.
Sean McKenzie says if he can't buy it straight out, he doesn't get it. You know, probably not a horrible policy.
No, my dad sort of reared me up on like, if you don't have cash in the pocket, you shouldn't buy something. And, you know, but I'm also the guy that literally drives the car until the wheels pop off.
Yes.
You know,
that's true.
You know, I'm holding the duct tape together, duct tape on my dashboard just so it doesn't crumble off. But I love my car. The heat doesn't work in it. But I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. There's nothing else other like high end thing that I buy.
Yeah.
Other than guitars.
Yeah,
you know?
it's our vehicles we drive and our guitars and stuff. That's our primary things we buy. Or like, you know, or what's that type of boat you need to get for your lake? The little.
I don't even know what you call it.
Those little things that are little short, like fishing type boats that you just.
Oh, a John boat?
John
a bass
boat.
boat?
We can get a John boat. That's what Derek needs.
You don't have a John boat?
We can get John boat for. Do you have one yet?
Yeah, I've got one.
You have one? Oh, I was gonna get you one.
Took a little trip up to Bass Pro Shop
I thought it'd be a fun
a
gift.
couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I do love the Bass Pro Shop.
I've never been to Bass Pro Shop.
You should take the kids. They
I hear they're
would
amazing.
love it.
They got that big like the thing with all the fish in it, the big giant aquarium thing that's there, and there's all sorts of stuff there, man.
Cool. Yeah, I
Spend
feel like it'd
time
be fun. We drove by one going through Tennessee or something.
If you go to Concord Mills one, which is near Charlotte,
Yes.
If you're in North Carolina, go to that Bass Pro Shop. First off, it's huge.
I've met in the parking lot there for a baby handoff.
And then
before.
it's in, you know, the giant mall's there, which is nice. But right around the side of the mall is the giant go-kart driving place.
Oh Lord, that's awesome.
I'm just saying, you can spend days of fun.
We'll see if we got a few more to hit because then we got to pop off and
All right.
and actually shoot
Couple more.
some videos in a minute.
Okay, so here's a good. So Tim Truton says that now that non-USA guitars are costing way more, I don't think $2,800 for a Gibson Les Paul is that bad. It's steep, but Les Paul Customs have been over 4K new for over a while. I always wondered what Mark Ignisi's YouTube handle was. I'm just kidding. No, you're right. I mean, Tim Truton is right.
I'm 100% on with Tim because I like $3,000 doesn't sound that much to me for a Les Paul because we live in this world where guitars are expensive now, and I feel like a Les Paul is still sort of the Cadillac.
Well,
You know, I feel like it should be more than a Strat.
It should be more than a Strat, right? But
It's just a different construction.
you and I
harder
talked
to
about it
build.
all the time, though. We get sort of jaded
Yeah.
because we just see.
No,
these expensive
Derek
guitars
just
all the
mentioned
time.
mine camera. It's more difficult to build. The materials are more expensive. It's a little more time intensive to put the construction for it. It should cost more, and it's just and they're cool. They're really cool guitars. No, it's not. Yeah, 3K. I mean, it's a lot, but shucks.
Oh, we got a Fender Jazz bass, 10.1 pounds.
Ooh,
10.1. Yeah.
nice. And you're a true man to wield that axe.
Quentin, thank you. We appreciate you. Let's see. Joey Valdez, guitars are so expensive now. It's hard for young players to get into it. That there's some truth there, but there's also some really good. There's some good intro stuff still. But my fear is that it's trending away from that.
No, like and I feel
you know.
like what might honestly happen. I haven't talked to. I'm going to use Fender because I have the closest relationship with them. You know, they have a new Squire line that's just sort of launched. It's taken out the Affinity series is gone, but and it's priced in that 280 range, 250. But I wouldn't be shocked if in the future like a sub Squire line launched from the Fender FMIC family, just to sort of even fit if like prices continue to raise up, or if they keep it in that sort of $199 to $300 range. Bravo. But they might do that as entirely as a customer acquisition tool one day too, just as sort of like brand allegiance creation and make you a Fender fanboy from the beginning you start
Free
playing.
guitar with Fender Play.
Possibly. I mean, I want to do the thing like we have those Santana PRS guitars that we have up front. I want to do a Santana smooth off. I think it'd be funny, and we give away a free Santana PRS guitar.
Yes.
You know, maybe even more. Just
I
have
mean,
fun.
how about this? Let me just do you one even better
Go.
that requires not having to be able to play Santana riffs. Since Santana is so spicy, what if we do a one-chip challenge?
Santana style.
And if you can do the one-chip challenge,
And play it.
you get the guitar. without any milk, without any water.
Can we just
one
loop
chip
Rob Thomas
challenge.
saying that first line? Man, it's a hot one. And
Yeah,
that's all it is.
And we just that music is playing in the background.
Listen, we got to say thank you to Deep Fox. He says, seeing you guys makes me big happy. Please accept my tip. Baxter's taking your tip all the way.
I mean, that's exactly how I took that joke too.
I did too. Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Thank you. My mind went to the gutter immediately on that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's really nice of you. Thank you. We'll hopefully bring a little joy.
I mean, I think we could televise the one chip challenge for
do it live
right on YouTube.
You know what would be fun is if we had, and he's not watching this, our PRS rep Clay, when he's here for some trip and we
made him do it,
and we
make him do it.
He would do it. He'll do anything for PRS. He'll out on the railroad tracks and get painted for PRS. Like, hey, you're gonna have to, shave your head and look like Paul for the next year and walk around. He would do it. So we gotta get him to eat the run. We're gonna do it. I got a pitch for him.
I have to say hello to my friend Metalhead Hippie. Got an awesome YouTube channel. He puts out all sorts of cool independent music that you probably never heard of, so go check it out. Our friend Homegrown Son is around here.
Metalhead Hippie has the channel that has like all the things scrolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Metalhead Hippie, send us a
through sometimes because, a lot of those things are the codes where you buy it and people get money, and
it's clever
tricky.
marketing.
It's tricky to weed through.
Don't forget the affiliate links and all that.
Buffering again.
Yeah.
Because like Joey Valdez said, he said sometimes the cheaper guitars, they are crappy or hard to play, and it is tricky to stick with it. Most of them though can be set up fine to learn on. I think, but it is a tricky little swamp to weed your way through.
I mean, Dick, could we do the one chip challenge and play smooth at the same time?
We could.
That's how we don't tell them we're doing the one chip. Hey, we're doing the smooth thing. By the way.
I think part of the torture is they have to listen to me play smooth over and over.
No, okay, I'm working on this idea. We're gonna talk about this. So I think we got to wrap up in a minute though. So hey, thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for letting me pop in. I know it's normally Sean and Johnny, but Sean was actually in the powder room when I walked by, so I snuck in and grabbed his seat before I could get here.
We got to say one thing. So someone just said that somebody brought in a Tonex the other day and that it's wild. I just got one. I actually sold my Helix Stomp for one. That's awesome? What I took on this fly date. It is actually awesome. And you know that I'm a two-man
fly date a crap hole.
Yes, but it was not the Tonex's fault. It could have been the Tonex's fault. I could have gotten there and I'm like, this was great, except my amp sounded horrible. No, it didn't. That was great. I will send you a few jams, Metalhead Hippie. But anyways, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys, so much
out.
for joining us. We're gonna be shooting some videos right now, right after we finish here, and we appreciate everything. We really do. Thank you. And thanks for spreading the joy with us, too. It means a lot. Play guitar. Peace be with you.